welcome to Conquering Mount Scrapmore with Brenda. I'm Brenda, and we're here today with another episode of Mini Monday! Yay, Mini Monday! Now, the PDF you're going to find in our show notes, so it's so important you get into those show notes. And this PDF has four different patterns. And this one I'm calling Botanicals because there's 3 flowers and a leaf pattern, and they're just so much fun to do. I mean, they're fun. You know, like these little ones are fun to do. So, but before we get into any more of this, let's do a shout out because I will forget. Sue from Small Things. Now, her YouTube channel is going to be in those show notes as well. She is, wow, her stuff is like awesome. You got to go check her out, guys. Like, you really do. But when you do and you hit her subscribe button, tell her that Brenda from Conquering Mount Scrapmore sent you. I was delighted to give her a shout out. And I believe this came from one of the viewers where she was. Also, if you guys find other shout outs, please let me know. Send me either a link by email or through the Facebook group. We have so much fun with these shout outs, and you know, it's my way of spreading joy throughout YouTube, right? Also, I speak for free to quilting kills and quilting groups, so look for my email in the About tab or message me through the Facebook group. I have more details as to what I talk about in the show notes. Making comments helps our analytics, and we would just love if you didn't have time to write something nice, you know, just send us a heart or a thumbs up or whatever. Hitting the thumbs up helps. Also, sharing and subscribing also helps us. And we would love to continue bringing you free content, you know, free patterns or free patterns, right? We also do Zoom sew dates, and they're usually once a month on the first Saturday, and we just have a ball in there, and it's all... There's a great group that come, and it was just wonderful. We have so much fun. And I think that's it. I've been asked to shorten my intro, so there it is. So all of the details I just talked about are in the show notes. Get in there. Come on in. Let's get to this sewing. Okay, so here is our Botanicals PDF, and I'm just going to cut one out of here. I picked some pinks, some cute pinks for this piece here. You can pick any color you want. Now I'm just going to trim around this. There. Now I've already scored this. Oops, I should probably cut from this side because otherwise it might be bad. Now I got my husband to make quite a few of them because you guys know I'm going to probably make a charity quilt out of all these when we're done. So there we go. There's the one I've picked. Now, what you're going to need is a add-a-quarter ruler, a regular ruler, if you don't have an add-a-quarter ruler, you know, just for the squaring up, a rotary cutter, a tracing wheel, helps mark and score the back. I'm hoping you can see the little dots it leaves, and it's the perfect way to, you know, mark out your piece that you're working on. So we've got that. Like I say, paper, scissors, tape is your friend. Oh my goodness, is tape your friend. So let's get started on this. I'm going to do a darker tone here. I'm just going to, let's see, cut a long, skinny, narrow piece out of this, and we'll see where we're at. I have lots of this stuff. I don't know why I have so much, but we do. It's okay. So 2, okay. No, let's do 3 first. Well, it doesn't matter which one I do first. I just have to be over, right? And I want the darker pink to come out. So this piece, by the way, for me is big enough to throw back into my crumbs because it's a fun color, even though it wants to play. So there's the first piece I'm going to lay down. These other pieces are a lot bigger than I need, but that's okay. That's okay, we can make it work. Just gonna go like that and cut off this end too, because there's another side just like it. There we go. There. Now, okay, so this and this go together just like so. There. And now I'm going to bend this back so I can see like a 1/4 of an inch past, and that's fine. So I'm just going to hold it and flip it under my sewing machine needle. Okay, and I'm going to Well, I'm going to go between 1 and 3 because I've now placed this on the wrong side. But because it's symmetrical, it doesn't matter which side I placed it on, really. When it comes right down to it, doesn't matter which one. But that's okay. But you're supposed to go 1, 2, and then 3. But I did it backwards. But that's all right. It's okay. I'm going to take my iron. There we go. Just get it just press it out nice and flat. Okay. So now, this is why I do my finger pressing. Because with these small ones, you're flipping back and forth. And I think that's what I'll do, is I'll do finger pressing and then I'll do a... Now I put the dark, that sharp point, hopefully on the dark. So when I press to get between 1 and 2, where I should have been sewing in the first place, hopefully I will get a darker line. Okay. And this is big enough to go back into my bin. Okay, so let's get the other triangle that I cut. Where'd it go? Right there. So yes, I did get the darker line, and I'm just going to line this all up again, nice and neat. So there. Yeah, I'll be finger pressing for this one because I have to keep trimming. Okay. Now, if I sew something wrong, of course, I'm going to show you guys how to do it. Now, you want to sew 1/4 inch past, then I hold it and I let the needle bounce up and down a couple more times, because that's my way of kind of knotting the work. But on these vintage machines, now you guys might have a thread cutter and all these fancy gadgets on your machine. I do not have them. I'm just now finger pressing this out of the way. So, let's go. We're going to do 4 next. Because we should have been doing it in order. Yes, we all make mistakes like that. But it doesn't matter because it was a symmetrical piece, right? You know, there was symmetry within, there was symmetry on this and this little area here, but there's not here. So now this is important that you do it the right order. So now for number 4, we have this lovely bright piece of fabric. And I need, how much do I need? I need probably about that much. There we go. Big, bright, beautiful piece of pink. And it's a solid. So now, because this piece slants that way, you have to put your fabric down so you have at least a 1/2 inch over on that slant, right? Like, the slant is here. I'll show you. I'll get this pen marked better. So this is where the slant is, right? Okay, so if you just put your thing past here, like a 1/4 inch, when you fold this up, you're not going to have enough coverage, right? So you have to push it back so you've got a good 1/4 inch over when you join up this edge, right? So that's important, because otherwise, and this is where people get messed up sometimes on their quilting. Here, I'll show you a little closer. If you only put it a 1/4 inch past the line, right, what happens is you don't have enough coverage when you get up to, when you fold it over. But if you push it back a little bit, now when you go past the line, you've got a good 1/4 inch, right? So let's put this one in. I have to explain that one because that messes people up when they're trying to do foundation paper piecing, and it's frustrating when you're trying to learn. There we go. Just like that. Okay. There. Put all these tools away. Well, I'm not like we need a lot of tools, but we do need a few. Okay, so now I'm just going to finger press this out of the way. Ooh, that's a bright pink. And now we're going to do number 5. 5 goes just like this. And I believe 5 goes right across the block, or almost across the block. Almost, but that's okay. There we go. So, 5. Now, there's a line here. Oops, get my pen back. I'll show you what I'm talking about. The line goes here for number 5, right? So if I put this down just a 1/4 inch, by the time I fold it, I don't have, this is sticking out. So what I want to make sure and do, and I can even use this to kind of guide me. I've got 1/4 inch and extra left, so that's what I'm going to put in. So I'm going to cut it right here. Right here. That's long enough and big enough. It's a, you know, you don't want to be short, right? There we go. There. Have I still got enough? Yes, I do. I'm just going to slip this over just a bit. Okay. There again, right? There's that line. So you got to kind of make sure that's being covered too, right? Okay. Where are we? Okay, we're right here. Okay. Okay, there we go. There. Now, we're going to clip 6. So we push this over. And like I say, if I wasn't flipping this June Taylor mat, I would be ironing it. But here we go. Now, we're doing 6. So this big piece of pink gets kind of trimmed down nice and neat. There we go. And that's big enough to go back into the crumbs because that's a nice color too. A nice bright color. And 6 needs a bigger piece. This is on. Okay. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to cut this in half because I can. This particular triangle has been in my stash forever and ever and ever. And it's a cream, a white on cream, and it's like, yeah, okay, it's time for you to go. I'm just going to move you up like that. There we go. We're guessing as to where that's going to fall, but okay. Sometimes you have to just guess. And if you guess wrong, you have to know how to poverty piece. They're very simple, right? I mean, you make your best guess sometimes, and you know, you just poverty piece if you're short. There we go. And I got really good coverage there. I'm good. I'm just going to finger press this right nice. And now we're working on the final piece, which is 7. And there. I'm just going to pull that out just like so. And that goes right across the entire block. And I think this one is, I called it clematis. But anyways, so just like that. And now you want to take it more this way. There we go. Oops, get rid of that blue string because the blue string wanted to stay, but that's okay. It's gone now. Okay, so now put that other one on, and there we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, now what we're going to do is just going to press this way out like so. Now I'm going to run stay stitching as soon as this other piece releases. There we go. I'm going to do some stay stitching around the outside within the seam allowance, right? So that's kind of important. We do that because this, once I trim this, the whole outside edge is going to be on a slight bias, and it will stretch, right? So that's no fun when the blocks are all distorted, right? And down and ooh. Put your needle down first. Put your foot down first. There we go. There. There we go. Okay, so that's what it looks like now. And it's got a little wobble of stitches there. I'm just going to trim that off the front. That's okay. I should probably restitch it. Yeah, no, I'm good. No, I'm good. Okay. While I'm making up my mind whether I'm good or not, let's get that ruler. Okay, so this now is 3.5 inches, right? So we want to line up our 1/4 inch marks on that first row, or the inside. Like you got your seam and then your seam allowance. I put 2 lines, so the center line is like 3 inches to 3 inches. And just like that. And then 3.5. And I try and line this all up. So I got a square. And 3.5. Yeah, so I got like 3.5. This is all trimmed to 3.5, or there we go. And there is our little clematis. Now, if you made 4 of these and pointed them all together and then sewed them together, you would have just such a cute, delicate little block. It would be adorable. Now, I did mine all in pink. You can pick whatever color you want. So let's get to our ta-da moment, and we'll be finished. So isn't this just cute? I just love these. I love minis when they're like this. So you saw what went into this. So, you know, a bunch of crumbs and stuff, you know, junk that's in your crumb bin. And I mean, we put it together and we made it work. I'm so looking forward to getting to sew the rest of these. And, you know, and like I say, I got my husband to print off 10 pieces of each, or 10 pages of each. So there's 4 different ones on here, so that's going to make a lot of little patches and little things. And I don't, you know, all have to pink or all yellow or all orange. I can play around with the colors and have a great time with this. So this is something I'm looking forward to in my sewing room this week. I hope you are sewing along with me on these mini Mondays and you're having fun with this. This was a lot of, you know, this was just so much fun. I can't believe how much fun this has been. So anyways, I hope you have an absolutely fabulous week ahead and life is treating you grand. Okay, you guys take care and stay well until we see each other again. Okay, bye! My husband and I would like to thank you for all of your support and watching our videos and sharing and liking. It has just been, you've put us on such an amazing journey and we are having so much fun. I hope everything is going so well in your life and, you know, your 1/4 inch is perfect. Everything is working out for you. And we're just so happy to be part of your life and you having, like I say, you're watching us. I was just so thrilled that you're doing that. So I want to say goodbye and I want to thank you with all my heart. Okay? Take care. Bye.